my god. No, 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 no.
Yeah. Oh god.
Nice jump, dude.
Is that video hilarious? It is freakishly hilarious. Dogs chasing drivers. We've all laughed at them. I've laughed at them. This very video that I posted, I'm laughing at, okay? There's a lot of funny stuff on there. But I want to talk a little bit, I'm going to try to make this really quick about a day in the life of an Amazon driver as far as what that video portrays. Do drivers run into things when they're on the porch? Yes. That guy with the cactus, that was hilarious. The ones being chased by dogs and clearing the fence, jumping over, awesome. That is not me. I don't care if that fence is 2.5 feet high. You will not see me scale that fence like that, okay? I'm the type of driver where if I see a dog in a yard and there's a fence, I do everything in my power to still try to get, this package to the front door if I can. And I like to test the waters. If you know me, I love dogs. Most dogs have what I think. I am not skilled, nor am I trained in any of this, but I've had little classes, little teaching, little tutorials, but no actual training. Most dogs, for me, I think have different types of aggressive growling. Jack, for instance, he looks like a killer dog when you see him. You guys may have seen some of the videos where Amazon drivers have come up to the house and he goes into attack mode. They're hilarious. They're funny. Open that door, he is not going to attack anybody, okay? And at least I hope he never does. I will never tell somebody, don't worry, my dog don't bite. Why? Because with Amazon companies, I'm just going to say it like that, in the last 30 days, from today's date, last 30 days, there have been 3 drivers sent to urgent care or emergency room because instructions said, please leave at front door, gate is open, dogs are fine, they won't hurt you. Or something to the effect of that. And they ended up getting bit, actual blood. 2 of them had to get stitches. So, yes, it is a serious thing. And it's still funny to watch. But I digress. So, on the customer notes, okay, this is what you as a customer can do right now. You can go into your app. So you have your Amazon app, okay, you're shopping. You're going to go to your profile. Just want to make sure there's no, personal information. You go into this screen, which is that little buddy person down there. You click on that, and then you go to your account. You go to your account, and you're going to scroll down until you see your addresses. Once you get to your addresses, it'll say add delivery instructions. You add those instructions if need be. If you need more, you want detailed, you want to leave the driver, not the warehouse, the driver, only the driver. Add more instructions. You click on that. You go down to the bottom and then it says, do we need additional instructions to deliver this to this address? It says delivery instructions in that little box. Mine says do not open sliding door. Place in front of garage door or outside. Again, do not open the door. I even put it in Spanish only because we had the drivers just kept opening our door, letting the dogs out, or Jack out anyways, and we had to deal with that. Amazon reached out, fixed the problem, so we're good. But please put in the instructions legit instructions. I get instructions like this all the time. Please leave package by green farm gate with 7 Lohan blah 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 place card. Do not under any circumstances leave the package at the white and gray mobile homes with red curtains. They will steal it. Okay, every time we have to read instructions like that, it's annoying because it takes time. And if we have 90 to 120 stops with instructions like that, all those, that little 5-10 seconds adds up to more and more time. And you might think like, well, I wrote it clearly and blah, blah, blah. A lot of drivers have to go back and reread it just to make sure. So something simple would have been leave by green farm gate. There was a green farm gate and there was a white farm gate. That's all the information we needed. Green farm gate. Boom. Delivered. Do not. I'm going to say do not. If you have dogs in the yard, and they're always in the yard, please don't put dogs are okay, please come inside the gate. Because we've had 3 drivers already attacked because of instructions like that. They were attacked by the dogs, okay? Another thing, I don't know how many times I go into, and what I do is I go up, I'll have a package, and I usually put the package to the dog's mouth area. And they sniff it, and then they walk away. I'm like, cool. Throw the package over, or I try to walk it to the front door if I feel the dogs are cool. I've had German Shepherds, Rottweilers, Pit Bulls, and they just look mean as heck, right? And I test the waters because I'm stupid. And if I feel safe, I go in. I've had one lady. She had 2 German Shepherds. I decided to go into the gate. This was out in Rio Rancho with a different company. And I walk in and she comes running out and she's like, no. And I was like, what? She's like, oh my gosh. Like, she goes, I've lived here 7 years. Not one driver has ever entered the gate. And I'm not trying to brag. I am being stupid. But it was funny. She says, I don't know how you fit those bowling balls in your pants. I've never had a driver do that. And I love dogs and I'm stupid. If I got bit, that would be my own fault, And it can be, I'm going to say most of the time is the driver's fault when they get bit. Now, when is it not the driver's fault? You see, on every delivery we get a little sign up here and it shows a paw. That means there's a dog there. You as a customer can put there is a dog on the property, which means they're out in the loose and they could be outside. Or a driver, let's say they come up and they don't see that paw print, they could add it saying, I saw a dog. They take the picture. Amazon puts it into the app so that we see it. So if you have dogs and they can be aggressive or maybe appear aggressive, make something in the instructions that say, please put behind this bush on the north side of the house. Please, outside of the gate. Okay? Honk your horn or something. Sometimes we'll honk the horn. Please do not put a different phone number in the instructions that's not on the account. 9 out of 10 times, if this is my account and I want you to call my wife and say, hey, driver's here, please meet him outside. If I see that and I see the phone number, the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to call customer, which is whatever is on that account, and I'm going to call that number. Reason being is, if I call that number, we're no longer using the Amazon service line. And now, I like to use my personal phone. I don't use my work phone. Only time I use my work phone is maybe in the chats or texting between other drivers, and that's because I'm on this one and everything is in the chat on my other phone. So that's the only time. If I see that I am not giving a customer my personal phone number, okay, and it takes a lot of time. Believe it or not, it takes time. So if you want the driver to call you and say, hey, your package is here, put that. But I'm also going to say this, 9 out of 10 times, the driver's not going to do that. They see it quite often where, call customer, call customer, call customer. If they did that at every stop, we would have to go from 200 stops a day and break it down to 80. And then now it just gets into a whole mess of not having enough drivers, paying, and all that stuff, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Please be more observant with your instructions. Try to be more deliberate. If I could show one more really quick, I'll try to be quick. This one. The instructions were in Spanish. I'm going to say 80% of our drivers do not speak Spanish, okay? We deliver to areas that is strictly Spanish. Now, I did take the time and I did copy and paste and put it into Translate, and it was something stupid like, please leave outside in the delivery box, which we would have done anyways. But I had to take that time, copy, paste, put it into Translate just to make sure I get the instructions correct. So that is sometimes frustrating. I'm going to end with this. Driver snacks, okay? Driver drinks. You like to leave stuff out for drivers. We're allowed to accept those. I've seen one customer actually leave a beer, and that beer stayed in there for a long time. Nobody took it. Probably just because they're like, I'm not stupid. If you leave water, if you leave sodas, if you leave energy drinks, if you're going to go that far, please put it in a nice cooler. If it's hot, it really does nothing for us, and we're just going to save it for later and put it, and we'll have it at home, and we will still love and appreciate it. But if it's a hot day and we're thirsty and we ran out of water, to stop what we're doing and have to go somewhere and go get water, that takes a lot of time, especially if you've already used your brakes. If you take your brakes. I don't take my brakes. My brakes, if I have a route and they're every other house, and then I see that I have to drive 5-6 minutes away to another neighborhood, that's my break, okay? That's when I start eating, that's when I start drinking, and that's my little break. We don't have time to go to the gas station a lot of times because we're out in the middle of nowhere. Think about it. You go to the gas station. It takes you 5 minutes to get there. It takes you another 5 minutes to get something and another 5 minutes to get back into your route. If you run out of water, need the bathroom. That's the other thing. Bathrooms. A lot of places do not let us use the bathroom. We have our Amazon gear on, our safety vests. Can we use the bathroom? No, they're for paying customers only. Or not even that sometimes. And then we have to wait for the key if we do, and it just takes forever. And then get creative on how Amazon drivers use the bathroom, okay? One of the companies I worked for actually had a funnel for females. And some actually used them. So, good job. I got to get ready for work. Go do some more deliveries. But yeah. Lastly, if you ever see a driver put a package down and they take a picture and then they grab it and then they walk away, they're not stealing your package. Usually what happens is they take the picture and they're like, oh, I'm at the wrong house because our phone says we're at the wrong house. When we go to take the picture, that's when it tells us if we're at the house or not. So we go to take a picture, it says we're at the wrong house, we're like, oh, I'm an idiot. And I have to pick it up and take it somewhere else. I had a customer come out, yell at me, tell me he's going to blast me on social media, and he did. And I even told him, I said, look, this is not your package, it belongs to your neighbor. I told my dispatch about it. The dispatch even told me that guy didn't even have a package for the delivery for that day. He didn't have a delivery expected for 2 days. And he still blasted me on social media. They took care of it. They threatened him and said, if he does not fix this situation, they're going to cancel his Amazon account and he would not be able to get deliveries at that address anymore. So, yeah, now I'm really going to end it, but I got to get going. I hope this was some good info. If you have questions about anything to do with Amazon drivers, I will give you my opinion as an Amazon driver. Of course, there's ways to look it up and get actual real answers, but I will give you the answers from my point of view as a driver. So leave those drinks. We love them. Energy drinks, protein drinks, water,